Afternoon, everybody. Back with another video today. In this video we're going to completely finish the 300ZX engine bay. We're going to mask it, prime it, paint it, gloss it, and start getting everything back in order. Today I got off of work, went and picked up new doors. Well, they're new to me, but they're not new. We're going to get that installed and get that taken care of eventually too in another video. I'll get you guys all set up on the tripod and we'll get this video wrapped up, get it going. It might take a few days to get this video completed, but we're gonna get it started at least today. Still have some sunlight, so let's go ahead and get you guys going, and please enjoy the video. Please also like and subscribe. I'm trying to get this channel kicked off, but we'll see how everything goes. This will be my third video and so far it's not doing so well, but hey, everything takes time. Alright guys, so went ahead and got it all rinsed off. Got some soap on it, rinsed it off again, scrubbed it down to get all the excess sanding residue off. So now I'm going to start masking off. I'm going to remove these nuts here, mask off the threads because I don't feel like dropping the strut tower. Mask off some of the miscellaneous nuts there as well. And then like the lines here, unfortunately I'm just going to have to just aluminum foil so that way they don't get paint on them. This is just to hold up the exhaust pipe for now. Gotta still remove those. The trans I'm not worried about, that's why I'm not masking that off or nothing like that, because I'm gonna take that out, clean it up, paint it. I still have to do some modifications on it to fit the twin turbo setup on it, because this is the NA trans, so I do have to modify that to fit it. So that's going to be coming back out, and then I'm going to get a one-piece drive shaft for it. As of right now, what I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm going to start masking everything off. Like the harness, I'm going to cover most of this area. Most of this area is just going to be covered, throw a blanket in here, and then I'm going to clean that up, like put some aluminum foil on that so it doesn't get some. And then I need to like this line I got on bolt so I can move it out of the way right here, so that way it doesn't get nothing on it. Other than that, this thing's pretty much ready to go. Just got to remove the miscellaneous bolts, mask off here. I'm planning on putting some tape around it and then putting a foil on the top so that way it'll cover that, because I don't want to ruin that because it's going to show. Even though I might try to see what I can do about, they have some billet covers that go right here, but I don't think it's going to fit with this nut. So I got to see. But other than that, this thing's about ready to go. Alright guys, so I pretty much got everything taped off that I want to tape off in the engine bay. Like I said, the rest of this stuff I'm just going to throw like a blanket or something over. Don't really care if it gets a little bit of paint on it by any chance. I'm going to end up putting different lume on this anyways. Same thing as like I said, the trans, it's going to come out, it's going to get touched up, so I'm not worried about that. The power steering line, I'm just going to kind of move it out of the way and finesse it, because I should just disconnect it, as I'm going to replace the hoses anyways. As you can see, they're swollen, but I think I'm just going to try it like this and call it a day. Alright guys, thank you. I'm going to go ahead and finish this up and then get back to you guys. Good morning everyone. It's another beautiful day in SoCal. Fortunately, this is a couple days later from the last segment of the video, but today we're going to go ahead and get this paint put on this engine bay so we can get this thing completed today. Right now I have the primer sitting in hot water to warm it up because it's really cold from being in the garage. As you can see, it's cold, but it's got it in the warm water now, so it's going to warm up. That way it can lay better. Right now is the engine bay. I masked off pretty much everything I wanted to mask off, and then I'm going to move around the harness and whatnot as I lay paint. But I covered up most of the stuff, like the wire harness, the trans, even though I really don't care about the trans because it's going to get cleaned up anyways. But this is pretty much how it's going to look. We're going to lay some primer down, paint it, clear coat it today, let it dry, and see how the outcome is. I'm going to get you guys set up on the tripod and see how this goes. Even with grease and remover, soap and water, tack cloth still picked up dirtiness, like right there. So make sure you guys use these to make sure it's clean. make sure when you guys put this in water to warm it up, make sure you guys wipe off the excess water off of it. Otherwise, you're going to be painting and the water's just going to go right into it. Make sure you guys give it a good shake for a little bit, and then you guys be ready to go. Got it primed up. I'm not doing the whole engine bay just straight primer to do it. I'm doing a lot of the spots that were like bare metal, the Bondo areas that I had to do. I want to make sure we get a nice coat of that on there. Some of this was showing through on metal, so that's why I laid some primer there. That way it's just not bare metal then paint. Some of this has still got paint. It's hard to see, but it still has paint. It's not to the metal. It's just that the paint has flaked off. Like this is to the metal. I probably should hit that one, but other than that, I got it layered out. I'm gonna wait for this to completely dry. I'm gonna throw whatever I can left that's in the can into some of the problematic areas, like in this area where the battery tends to be and whatnot, and then let it dry, try to tack it off, and then I'm going to lay the black and then see how that turns out, and then I'm going to clear coat it. So let's see how this turns out. Alright, got the last coat put on. Not too bad. Like I said, I'm not going for 100% coverage on it, even though I started spraying everything anyways. But at least for now, most of everything's covered. I'm gonna let it dry again, and then I'm gonna come back, tack it, and then start spraying the black, and then spray the clear coat onto it. Alright, so I went ahead and tack cloth the cart again. Now that the primer's dry, went ahead off camera and put in the black that I'm going to be using. I'm using this Rust-Oleum. I've seen people use them with good results, especially with the 2K clear. We're going to go ahead and give this a try. I already had it in the water to let it warm up, because again, it's been sitting in the garage in the cold. So again, what I'm going to do is take it and just wipe it down, so that way it doesn't, it's hard to do it one-handed here, but, and then this has different nozzle settings. It's got 5 different ones, so I'm going to figure out which one I like the best. As you can see, it tells you right here, which I might go to start off with number 3, so I can do light right there, and then I might switch to number 4. So I'm gonna try number 3 on the board and see how I like the pattern, and then make sure it cleans up the gun, because sometimes these things here will have stuff in it, so I want to make sure it sprays right. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it to number 3, and then shake it good. You gotta shake it, shake it. And we're going to see yeah, we're going to do it like that. We're going to do that. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to do it like that so I can give light coats on here. So that way it's not like heavy coats, and then I'm going to do a little bit more. I got 2 cans of this, so if we need to, I can go ahead and lay 2 cans on it if need to be. But I thought about doing up in here as well. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about that yet, because I am going to get the car repainted, so I want it to be red because I want the door jambs to be matching with it. But as of right now, I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to go about that. I might do black here, because eventually here I'm going to do new undercoating. That'll be one of the next projects I'm going to do, is pull the suspension off, clean all this up, and just lay fresh undercoating. I'm not going to pull the old stuff off unless it's peeling. But I'm going to lay new one on there so it'll shine out a little bit more and have new protective. Well, let me get you set up on the tripod, and then we'll get going. Got to put the respirator. Always make sure you have the respirator. As you can see earlier, I didn't have it on. I was like, oh dang. So let me go ahead and get you guys set up on the tripod. Alright, so I went ahead and laid down the first coat. I didn't want to try to do too wet, but in some areas I got wet. My hand was getting tired of pulling the trigger thing on it. For some reason, as you're going to see in the video, the number 3 setting decided to not have compressed air no more. So I had to switch it to the number 4 like I was telling you guys, but it just totally just stopped. Number 3 didn't want to spray no more. But number 4 is actually better and it was faster because of the way it sprays, but I was trying to keep it more light. As you can see, it kind of got heavier over there compared to over here, but that's okay. I went ahead and decided just to lay some coats on here. Just did one little coat around it. I'm going to probably spray up in there too, and then just leave it until I decide to do paint work on this car. Because I got the doors I'm going to replace because of stupid Bundo. But as you can see, it's not looking too bad. Better than what it had. Delete the brackets, you know. These ones are gone. You can't even tell I even welded it or nothing. Looks pretty good. I'm going to lay probably like 2 or 3 more coats onto this, and then black, so that way I have a nice thick coat of black on here. And then I'm going to laid a clear coat on here, and hopefully the clear coat will stick. Right now I'm just letting this thing dry because some spots, like I said, it went really heavy onto it, but not too bad. Black actually came out pretty good. The cam worked really well. Like I say, except for that number 3, which was weird, but actually it sprayed good and still has a decent amount in there. But make sure you are wearing a mask though, because that thing shoots out so much paint and the leftovers just go everywhere. I don't want to be breathing that stuff in. But I will be doing a tutorial on the doors, how to remove them. It's not that hard. It's a couple connectors, some bolts, and then you take it off the hinge. So I will be doing that, as I do have the doors right there. And these are, I got a really good deal on these. These are actually completed. They're not taken apart, it's just missing some of the plastics, but this door doesn't look too bad right here for the trim, but that one's cracked. So I already went ahead and ordered the upper window sliders, because as usual the 300s always have the broken top pieces, so I went ahead and ordered new ones so that way when I swap the doors I can replace those. But I'm gonna come back over here and I'm gonna let this dry and we'll get back to it. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get you guys put on the tripod and start laying the second coat. It's been about 15 minutes already, so I'm gonna go ahead and start laying the next coat on. Well, there's another coat. Probably should have got a third can to layer it on, but we'll see how it looks when it dries out, because it's definitely going to need some more on it. I'm not worried about too much down the trans tunnel and like right in that area, because right where the lip, like right where the line meets, where the top of the firewall is right there, I want to go down. I'm going to mask it off. After I clean it, I want to mask it off. Then I want to put the what's it called? I can't remember the top of my head, but undercoating. I want to put new undercoating on it. That way it'd be over in those areas and it'd be downward a little bit. I want to put it down that far. But so far, not so bad. Still some imperfections and whatnot. For some reason it's not real smooth with the glazing putty like it should have been, but like over there, but it's okay. I'm not too worried about it. Anything's better than nothing, especially with having no the brackets on there, and at least this will be shaved. I'll let it dry and see how it looks. Tack it down, throw another coat on it. I'll get back with you guys when I get to the clear coat process. Alright guys, so we finally got this thing painted, clear coated now. Not too bad. Had little issues with the clear coat, spitting out bubbles for whatever reason. I don't know if it was the tip or whatever it was, but look at that. Not too bad. Like I said, you can see little bubbles there, but you know what? It ain't perfect. It wasn't out a spray gun. Otherwise, nice and glossy. This part's always going to be kind of weird because that's where the fender sits, and I'm not really worried about this area. Like I said, the fender sits here and it bolts down. So my whole main beam was the radiator support and the strut tower area and the firewall. Now look at that. It looks good. Bugs already landing. Again, this is the best you're going to get within for what you can do when you do it outside. Obviously it's in my yard, so you're gonna have dust and particles and bugs and whatnot, but again, it's not a show car, but at least it's gonna look good. Way better than what it did. And that's gonna end it for this video, you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. And until next time, the very next thing we're gonna be doing next time is gonna be getting this wire harness put back in after a couple days of this drying. Let the clear coat dry, and then we'll get this wire harness tucked over on that side. Pick up my motors on Thursday, and then we can start getting to work on that one and showing how that goes. But bam, look at that. Nice and glossy. Wet. Alright, thank you guys for watching this video.